Hey there, Full Size Life family. Michael here. Gonna be trying to work on 2 recipes today. It's gonna be like beef stew without all the potatoes and stuff like that, and a beef and broccoli for my cookbook. And I did think I was gonna try to do it live, but we're gonna try to do it live because, well, I'm just asking for trouble. But y'all aren't going to be able to follow me the whole entire way. I'll get it to where y'all can actually see what I'm doing as far as like cutting board and stuff in a second here. But I'm going to come over the fridge, get the beef out, and it is going to be that. There's 2 steaks in there. It is beef round. It is one of the most toughest meats that is on that's out there, pretty much, for cow. So it's gonna stew a long time. So we're gonna get this cut open. We're gonna get the vegetables prepped. Gonna need to drain this out. I got bok choy for the beef and broccoli. I also got broccoli. But I want the bok choy for the beef stew stuff. So I'm gonna work on this real quick. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I went to that Potawatomi thing yesterday. It was very cool. I learned some stuff. Basically found out I had had a long lost relative there, sorta, but so long ago I don't know. What do we have in here? We have mushrooms, broccoli, got onions, some of the basic stuffs that you have to have for pretty much any recipe these days. And there's a couple things we need to do first. First thing we need to do, if we're going to use these, they need to be cut in half and cleaned. These are essentially little cabbages, so supposedly they're supposed to be peppery, and they're very crazy low carb. I don't know if the nutritional information's on the bottom of here, but a cup and a quarter is a serving of this, and it's 10 calories, 55 milligrams sodium, 2 carbohydrates, less than 1 from dietary fiber, 1 from sugar. And I was reading earlier, they've got some potassium, some magnesium, and some other things in it that help out. And, well, trying to get natural potassium also, and magnesium. Whoops, covered up the camera. At some point in time here, I accidentally turned off my microphone, and what we're doing here is we're cutting the bok choy in half down the middle, and we're gonna soak them in salt water to get the to help clean them and to get the any potential bugs still left in them out. And we're going to go ahead and speed this process up a little bit. Now we're going to be working on slicing the portobello mushrooms up. I like portobello mushrooms. They have a stronger flavor versus the button mushrooms. And we're going to open the package here. We're going to go over the sink. We're going to wash them off a little bit. They still seem like they have a little dirt on them. But yeah, mushrooms are really, really versatile. I can use them for stir fry. I can use them for soup. I can use them for stews. I can use them for breakfast scrambles. And by the way, if you ever buy a house, never ever 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 get a plastic sink. They get ruined really, really quick. And like to get it changed out with stainless steel, but eventually I will. Just gonna take some time. Now time to go back to the cutting board, get them sliced up, get them set aside, and, well, dog bowl below my feet. Dogs I'm literally at home in my kitchen. And at some point in time, I accidentally turned off my microphone, so we're doing voiceover, but we're going to sit here and slice these up. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part a little bit, so y'all can, well, you don't have to watch the whole process. At this point, I realized I needed somewhere to put the mushrooms, so I'm going to go get a bowl. Really wish I could chop this fast, but I like keeping my fingertips on my fingers, so I fast forwarded a little bit, but you get the point. We're slicing mushrooms, putting them in a bowl, setting them aside. All right, well, maybe there's sound now. We are trying not to cut my fingers off. We're making two recipes. One's essentially going to be a low-carb beef stew. The other one is with a side of bok choy. The other one is going to be beef and broccoli. They're essentially starting out the same way. Vegetables. Beef and broccoli's got to have the broccoli, and it's going to have the soy sauce, but we're going to do a similar cook for a similar base. And once I get this all prepped up, I mean, this isn't going to be a clean cooking show. It's just going to be me getting footage so I can make it later. Oh, there we go. Hope you post this recipe. Can't hear you. Hopefully you can hear me now. Oh Lord. Why is there's no... Alright. So there's no sound at all right now? Is there any sound now? Oh, sorry. There's a microphone, but there's a mute button on the phone here. And okay, so I'm an idiot. All right, so we are trying to do a live stream, trying to get the recipe made up. It's gonna be two recipes. Hopefully y'all can hear me. One's gonna be kind of a beef stew that's low carb. The other one is going to be beef and broccoli. Gonna have the same exact base for both. It's gonna be beef and some vegetables and bok choy and so we already got the bok choy split in half. They're soaking. Sam's Club. Do I have sound now by any chance? All right. Got the mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. Tons of onion. I'm hoping I have sound now because honestly, I thought I did, but I had myself muted. Oh God. Still don't have the air conditioning on. It's starting to get hot in here. By the way, this is what I'm wearing around my neck, and kind of annoying. But we're going to dice up onions. I think I'm just going to not do the cutting board look. And we're just going to move the camera to where it's just facing. Still learning. And if y'all gonna get dizzy, it's because I'm trying to stretch the legs of the tripod. Oops, I didn't lock one of them. Yeah. If you only knew and how much I am messing around with. Close enough. Of course, I can't see a thing on the screen, and y'all can't see anything in front of me. So, yeah, we are going to be basically a wreck. Let's see, can I get, so y'all can at least see something? Hey, my head's not chopped off. So, probably just gonna do it like this. And I am sweating like a pig. Heading to the butcher. I'm sure the only way that this footage is going to survive YouTube's wonderful habit of losing my live footage is me screen recording, and well, I'm trying to screen record this. Just dicing up onions, and already got the mushrooms done. And at least now I can see what I'm doing, so I'm not going to necessarily cut my fingers off, but I might still do that. Oh, God. Whew, hot. I usually don't dice my onions. I usually just cut them in sticks, just because I like to have them to be a little bit longer. But we'll see. Trash can behind me. And if anybody comes in here and chat, I can't read. There's no way I'm going to be able to read any of the chats. I'm messing this one up. Take that back up. Yeah, I try to do something different and I goof it up. It's alright, close enough. What you do is you go parsley through it, Supposed to leave the root side on, but I never have, because I always hated having those little roots accidentally end up in my dice. Because if you're doing something that's going to be end up being using raw onion, like topping of a chili, a hot dog, chili cheese hot dog. Last thing you want to do is have those sticking around in it. Really? Y'all gonna go see somebody? Yes, they are. Hi, Charlotte. At least this one, the skin came off really easy. As far as really close to the first real edible layer. Oh. I had to go find something I can check to see if I actually have sound or not. Yeah, we're essentially making 2 recipes, meal prepping for this next week. It's not going to be much difference between them. They're going to have similar vegetables. They're going to have similar, well, they're going to have the exact same meat. Just we're going to make one into a chicken and broccoli stir fry, and the other one is going to be, I'm calling it beef stew. It's like a beef stew that doesn't have all the vegetables in it. Now I'm trying to cry. Yeah. Doesn't help, I wiped my eyes. Bell peppers. Cut them in half. Just rip out the stem. Don't worry about cutting it out, just rip it out. Not that hard to do that. Shake out the extra seeds, or the seeds. And you cut them all in half first, or start dicing them. Oh. Dogs think they're going to get something. Yeah, I was going to try doing like a stuffed mushroom or thing, but when I was at Sam's, I couldn't find any mushrooms that were big enough. Trying to keep this cheap. Because if your diet is expensive and you're like me, you're broke, how long are you going to be able to keep it up if you're worried about money? So we're basically just cutting these up into sticks, and we're just cubing them out. And by the way, don't follow my technique as far as cutting. If you're a professional, yay, go ahead, do it, do your thing. I'm a little out of practice. Actually, I'm a whole lot out of practice. Paper towel trick. I forgot. Basically, you take a wet paper towel. Not a hard trick, but makes things safer. Flatten it out. Of course, try to do this ahead of time. Put it underneath the cutting board. Keeps the cutting board from moving around on you. I know they make board scrapers and all that. But if you see me sweating, because I still don't have the air conditioning on in the main part of the house. Yeah, yesterday was my single lowest electrical usage so far. And yeah, they got one of those smart meters, and those smart meters will tell you how much you used per 15 minutes. Almost tried to cut my fingertip off again. Not professionally trained, but I have worked in restaurants a lot earlier in my life, so yeah, me nearly cutting off my fingertips, it's a thing. Or actually cutting off one of my fingertips is a thing. I was prepping for chicken enchilada soup. And sliced right through one of my fingertips. Yeah, the restaurant I worked in, they sent out the knives to get them sharpened, and so I always had two sets of knives. One was being sharpened, one was being worked. And I cut my finger. It didn't hurt very much because it was a nice, quick, sharp mess. Actually, I had to go to the doctor for that. They, after like an hour, it still didn't stop bleeding, so they cauterized it. It's always fun when you have to have someone cook the end of your finger off to get you to stop bleeding. By the way, the onions and the bell peppers and the mushrooms, they're also going to be going into breakfast scramble. So that's why I'm not worried about me mixing up the bell peppers and the onions right now anyways, because they're going to cook about the same. As much as I like doing omelets, scrambles are just so much easier to deal with. There's two ways you can do these. You can flatten it out, or you cut it while it's still kind of up. I don't like the flattening out part because it just makes it more of a mess instead of just having it nice and clean. And I just cut, whoop, almost threw it in the garbage. Yeah, I need more sleep. That. Yeah. Almost got the prep work done as far as the vegetables go. All right, here we go. Mix these up so I don't have to worry about getting too terribly much of anything in one bite. Wash my hands. Yeah, I got the bok choy sitting in water, soaking. It's probably more than I need, but it was really cheap. And soaking in salt water. So we're going to drain this off. We're going to put it back in the fridge because I want it to drain. I want it to be a little bit drier. If I can find room in the fridge. All right. What now? Just put it back in there. I'll think about that in a minute. All right. Onions. By the way, since we are going to be using beef round, top round I think, or beef round, I don't remember which one it is. It says beef round. It's probably one of the toughest meats you're going to find, so it's going to need to be cooked very, very, very long and slow. And this is a bloody mess. But you can get beef round at the grocery store. It's usually one of the cheapest meats they have there. These are from a half cow. order that we did years ago. Basically, we're going to cut into strips. Then we're going to cut it up into cubes, doing about 3/4 of an inch thick strips. One inch thick, somewhere about there. Going to remove barking frog. Should have bought some more Greek yogurt. Should have looked for some more Greek yogurt so I can end up working on my stomach. It seems like it's calmed down a little bit. Yeah, I've got 2 of these steaks in there, so, and I only call them steaks is because they're cut thin. If they would have just left them as roast, which I probably should have told them leave them as roast, they're fine, but it actually, this removes some of the prep work for me. Oh, don't know if I'm going to be able to read the screen. Strips, more strips. Yeah, I always prep my vegetables first. Then I worry about the meat last, so I don't have vegetables on top of meat. But I'm going to have meat on top of vegetables, and they're both going to get cooked to the end of the world anyways. But yep, it's got a nice little round bone in the middle of it. I will cook that too, because it's got bone marrow in it, and bone marrow is good. And try to cut off some of the silver skin, but yeah, I think a beef round is the leg. Yeah, if you find out where on a cow particular meat comes from, if it's a body part that moves, it's going to be tough. Now, there's some body parts that move that are less tough than others, but beef round is what they use for pastrami and corned beef, stuff like that, just because that is a slow cooking process. So it can be, and it's cut very thin when you're making it into that type stuff. This is just gonna be a lot of prep. Now we're going to put part of it in the crock pot back there. We're going to put part of it in just a stock pot on the stove, because Well, crock pot isn't going to be big enough for all the vegetables. All right, so that's kind of sort of sliced up. Got yourself another bowl. And now let's put it over there. Let's not block the camera too terribly much. Already cut that. The reason why you want to do it in strips is because you can lay them next to each other, knock out 3 at once. Like I said, gonna cook the bone in with it too. Doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly the same size. It's not restaurant quality, whatever. It's just cheap. And low carb. Fits into my recipes. By the way, Stoplight Low-Carb Diet is the book. I've got a long ways to go to get it done. But if you look in the communities post, there is a cover concept art there. Wanted to make sure I got that posted with the date on it, because if some all of a sudden comes out with their own, I can say, nope, I was first. But I also wanted to tease y'all with something that I'm working on. I know it's not really hot in here. It's just humid. Humidity levels off the chart right now, and it's supposed to be raining soon. So, yay. Let me see what the humidity is. Kind of curious because I got a drip of sweat on my glasses right now. It's 86 and it's got a 69% humidity in the house. And technically you could probably take a meat tenderizer and a meat tenderizing stuff and make this to where it's a lot easier to eat and you don't have to cook it so long. But I want my stuff to be accessible to the normal person who doesn't have a budget where you can spend $15 a pound for steak to make the same thing. Because we're trying to get low carb, lots of protein, and good, healthy vegetables that are dark green. Okay, all the prep is done. Yay! All right, now put that away. Move. Hi, Cody. my hands. By the way, if I don't go off and mess up my live for the 4th time today, hopefully I'll be able to go straight into doing the workout once I get the prep done. Because it's going to be cooking low and slow for a long time. All right. Meat, mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers. We are going to grab the stock pot. It's not a very big one, because I wanted to get an induction, because induction takes a lot less electric. We're going to stick it on a high. We're going to hit start. The induction's from Goodwill. It's website. It's cheap. There we go. I was looking for my avocado oil because I want something that's going to be high temperature. Crock pot, it's already hot. We're going to unplug it for right this second, because I need to make sure that that doesn't kick off the breaker. So, crock pot liners, love them. Yes, they're plastic. The biggest worry in my life is having plastics in me. Then I'm doing good. Because there's going to be other things that are going to kill me first. I need a towel. Where'd my towels go? Oh, there they are. I hate using paper towels. All right, that feels hot. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of oil. And try to get that hot. It's a nice thing about induction. It gets hot super fast. Basically, I put a piece of meat in there to test the temperature. You can put a drop of water, stuff like that, but you want to try to avoid putting water in it. So, well, oil doesn't like water. And do about half of it. Yep, that's about half. Wash my hands again. Probably ought to put on an apron, so it looks like I'm actually doing something important. But we're just trying to get them brown. It'll take a little bit of time. I think that was about 1/3 of the meat. I should have weighed it out. I'm going to say it's about 2 pounds. It looks like about 2 pounds. Yeah, I kind of put too much in at once. But I hope this is broadcasting. I got my computer off in my office, so I haven't even checked if y'all are even there. I don't know. I had to go get the tablet. Because who knows, y'all might not even be there, and that may be the reason why no one showed up. Oh, my office is so cool. I turned on the air conditioning in my office. Because that's where I'm going after this. Come on, whatever. Hey, I am live. Yay, the sound works. That's bad. I wasn't even sure if I was even there. Whoa. Get that turned down. All right. Maybe I'll be able to see the chats too. Oh, couldn't hear up till the 10-minute mark? Yeah, I kind of goofed it all up. Just waiting for it to, well, get somewhat brown. Oh, wait a minute. There's a sear button? Wonder if that's gonna trip the breaker. Hope not. It's still cooking off water. Yeah. I kind of goofed this up, but that's okay. I'm gonna live with it. Yeah. Takes a long time. Might as well just sit here and think about paint drying. But yeah, now I know I probably ought to put the tablet there so I can at least check the sound and all that. Hot mess. Oh, how long have I been going? Kind of curious. Oh, I can't see. What's that? 2 hours? Ain't no way I'm been doing this for 2 hours. Oh my God, it's still cooking out more juice. Yeah. Evidently very wet meat. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and put it in the crock pot and we'll try again with less. Trying to get that mylar, whatever, the browning to happen. And not just gray meat. Doesn't have to be a lot. I'd prefer it to be a lot because they give it more flavor. But if you didn't notice, we're going to be using beef bouillon. Yay, that's searing a little bit. Big difference. And no, I'm not salting it. I'm not putting pepper in it because I'm going to do that in the crock pot. It'll have plenty of time to cook it in. Okay, this is looking promising. It's like the second time I've used this thing. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah. Whole reason why my recipes are going to have, my recipe videos are going to be chopped to heck. The bone, we're just going to stick it in there. Give me a couple more scoops of meat. Then we're going to do the vegetables. Half the vegetables are going to go towards, well, 1/3 is going to go towards one dish. Third's going to go to another dish. I've got enough for breakfast scramble available that I'll end up trying to record tomorrow or sometime soon. We're just trying to get them to brown. This we're going to set aside for a minute. So we're going to do the vegetables, put it over there. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to put the vegetables in here. Then I'll put a lid on this and put this on slow or low or whatever. And then we'll have the start of the two 2 different meals. Yeah, that's not brown. That's gray. Oh. By the way, we're at 481 subscribers. 19 more to go to hit that 500. Oh, we're getting there. We're gonna get it done. Yay. Part's done. Oil. Some of the mushrooms. These will take a while to stew up, or to brown. Rest is going to go towards breakfast. Yeah, mushrooms, they cook down a heck of a lot. And definitely worth it. I like eating them raw too. Very low carb. Good nutrition in them. I'd ask if you had any questions, but I think I'm the only one watching. Because it says one person, and I think that's me down here. By the way, if you're going to do this and record yourself, don't do it in a blue shirt. Let's put some more oil in. Avocado oils from Sam's Club. Had it for a while. Just trying to cook them down. That's what I mean by cooking them down. This pot was nearly half full. Or a quarter of the way full. Now it's just barely being able to cover the bottom. Oh. Yeah, made for TV cooking show. Definitely not me. Y'all got the prep work for my part of my live. Evidently my sound wasn't working. And when it was working, it was there, but it wasn't there. Trying to get a little bit of color on them. But mushrooms are like 90% water. That's why they cook down so much. That's also why they're a great filler snack if you can handle eating them raw. Because they are very bulky. It'll give you that full feeling in your stomach when you didn't actually eat much. You're getting a little bit of color on them. Still dripping on my glasses. Heck, at this point, I might as well just get my electrolytes and start drinking. And I am, what is it? Can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, at least some of the kitchens in the world have air conditioning right now. Alright, so we're going to stick it in the crock pot. Come back over here again. Turn it on. By the way, avocado is a high temperature oil, but it's also got some things that's good. That's why I don't have a problem with using it. Doing about 3 cups of our onion bell pepper mix. Same thing. Try to give them to sweat down. I don't think we would go in it that long, but just leave them alone. Oh, okay. I'm gonna add 12 minutes. Okay, I got it figured out now. Yeah, it's not a 10-minute cook or a 10-minute prep because I'm prepping for the whole week with 2 recipes. Minus my breakfast scramble. And no, I'm not going to be fasting this week. We're just going to be doing low carb. Just go back to what I know works and keep it up, because honestly, getting till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon without eating, at that point I want to chew my arm off. And, well, yeah, that's okay. It got me a good start, kicking some of the weight down again. Now we're just going to go straight calorie deficit, low carb. I'm trying to do less than 20 carbohydrates per day. That's how low carb I'm talking about. Good vegetables, good meat, stuff like that. All right, we're getting there. I'm trying to get him to get a little bit of color. Just gotta be patient, which I'm not patient at all. Hi, Luna. Hi. Oh, I know what I'd get y'all. I went to the grocery store and I got myself some, well, I went to Sam's Club. Carrot sticks. 3 ounces has got 8 carbs, 2 of them are fiber. So 6 effective carbs. And 3 ounces of them is, well, 1/16 of this bag, so it's a pretty good amount. And since this is the beef stew one, the reason why I got such a big bag, we're going to put carrot sticks in it. I know I should cut them up, but it's going to cook so long it doesn't matter. Okay. This is getting there. Yay. Garlic, as a Babish would call it, garlic from a jar. I'm sorry, but it is easier. Put 2 tablespoons in there. Let's put this away for now. Going to be putting about a tablespoon of pepper. And beef base, beef bouillon, we are going to be doing about 3 tablespoons. Just trying to cook it in a little bit into the vegetables. So I don't have it all clumpy when I put it back over there. All right, here we go. Nice thing about this recipe, you almost don't even have to add any water to it, because it is, all right, got so much moisture in it, it should be able to use its own moisture to cook. So we're gonna get that hot again. I just barely turned it off a little bit ago. And now what did I do with the beef? Oh, there it is. Now the beef and broccoli part. We're just going to add in the frozen broccoli when we're microwaving it to heat it back up. But this is going to be a 1-pot cook. And technically that could be 2. You brown the meat, put the onions and bell peppers in, mushrooms in, season it. Make sure the meat gets covered with moisture. We're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons. By the way, since I've been cooking for such a long time, I cook with feeling. Like Uncle Roger says, cook with feeling. This is just going to take forever, so we're going to we're not worrying about it getting brown that much. I don't know, do I have any powdered ginger? Oh, I forgot I do. Yeah, this little spice rack thing here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'll show it to you real quick. Hopefully I don't mess up the recording again. Try not to grab you with my hand that's nearest to the, whoa, why is that got things on the screen? Alright, there's blue stuff on the screen now, or purple stuff. Right. Spice rack up there, got some spices, but this one, we found it at an estate sale. And it's got different spices, what you should use them for, different types of vegetables and stuff you can use this particular spices for. Yeah, I'm getting hot. All right, let's see if I can put y'all back up here without shutting off the screen. Ugh. But still, so what you want to do is try to get this to brown, but it's going to take forever. But get it to brown, add in your vegetables. This is just going to sit and cook for hours. But basically the main difference between them, the one and the other, is spices and soy sauce. Like when I cook my chicken recipes, well, it's still chicken, and there's still some vegetables you use that are going to be common in most recipes. Onions and bell peppers and stuff like that. Put some more of the mushrooms in here. Not a lot. Got to save for some for breakfast. We're going to put less of the beef base or beef bouillon because soy sauce. It's about a tablespoon. It makes it taste more beefy. And just mixing it up a little bit. More garlic. Garlic from a jar. From Sam's Club. Had it for a while. About 2 tablespoons because I like mine garlicky. And there was something else. Oh, ginger. Oh, garlic powder. Forgot. It's about a teaspoon. About a teaspoon in both of them. I might have to add some liquid back here because it's not, I think I cooked too much of it out. That's okay. We're just trying to get it mixed up right now. And you can try doing fresh ground ginger, but I'm not. And I would say probably a 1/4 teaspoon. It's not going to be much. Ginger is super strong. All right. Yeah, we're going to cover this. We're going to get some water, fill it up a little bit. But I want it to be hot water. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. I know y'all can hear I'm doing stuff. Try to get some boiling water going real quick. Even though it'd be faster here, I'm still waiting for this to do its to get pretty incorporated. But yeah, this will probably make every bit of 5 meals, if not more. Actually, probably gonna be more because I still haven't worried about the broccoli yet. And we are going to try to cook up some bok choy. We're just gonna dice it up into chunks and add it in towards the end. Bok choy is like cabbage. It's a good filler. It's got a lot of great vitamins and minerals in it. It's good for you. And this doesn't need much in it as far as water goes. It's almost there. Oh. It's almost noon time. And I ain't done nothing but make a mess and cook. Talking to the dogs. They're wondering what I'm doing. Usually I'm faster at this stuff. Yeah, this is getting where it almost has the right amount of liquid in it to cover it up. And since it's mostly cooked, or actually cooked, testing the salt levels. Little on the salty side, however, it's going to get better because you're going to be mixing in broccoli with it. And that'll help give you a little bit of salt for your broccoli. Starting to get little bubbles on the bottom of the pan, so you get a lid for this, and we're gonna put this on low and slow, and we'll do the same thing with the one in the back. Just, what did I do with my lids? Oh. I'm confused. Like, really? Oh, there they are. Shh. Bless. Oh. Yeah, this will just need a little bit of moisture added to it. That should be hot enough. It's about to start boiling. All right, watch out, doggies. So we're going to add enough to cover this up. Yep, that's enough. Yay. And we're going to add just enough. Yep, that covers it up. I was right. But essentially, besides adding the broccoli in, frozen broccoli in, when you're heating it up, basically what you do is you're going to portion this out into a container. I got a bunch of them. Sorry, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Got a bunch of containers like these. And what you'll do once it's done cooking is take my case, it'll be about that much. It'll cook down more, about 2 cups. And when I get it ready to microwave it, I'll grab the broccoli, stick it on the side over here, put the lid back on it, microwave it for 2 to 3 minutes, get it hot, mix it up in the actual container, and there's your meal. But we're going to leave these alone for the next few hours. Going to turn it down to medium low, cover it up, and essentially that's it for the two recipes. The bok choy is going to be just added in on the side, and you can mix it up in it, because you don't want to totally destroy your vegetables. All right, so yay, that part's done. And I think I touched my, yeah, I had touched my lens on the screen. Oh, it's so cold in here compared to in there. And we are trying to set that up. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Probably needs to go up. And y'all gotta get cleaned. Yay, it's less blurry now. Oh, I need some electrolytes. I've been sweating up a storm. Where is my water bottle? Just gonna use my Sky MD. Hopefully my microphone stays connected, because I'm going to get my bottle out of the bedroom. All right, got it. Yay. And I'll make up my Kool-Aid electrolytes later. Just needed to get something in me now. Grab 2 of them, fill my water up. I know if you're not knowing what I'm doing, that sounds very, very bad. But it's just me getting water from the fridge. All right, here we go. Are y'all coming? You coming? Come on. No? Okay. Come on. Come on, Luna. You coming? Silly dog. She's just going to sit there and watch, wait for me to close the door. Then she's going to walk up to the door. Then she's going to come in. Come on. Come on, Charlotte. Come on. There you go. All right. Sorry about that. Oh. We're trying to get the computer loaded up. I don't know why the work computer always tries to turn itself on when I don't want it to be on, because I'm not working right now. Okay. Whatever. Oh, all right. Get that off. And I don't know. What do I look like? It's too. Oh, I know what's going on. There's 2 things going on. Oh. Oh God. Yeah, you're going to get the life of Michael eventually here instead of the life of Truman, or the Truman Show. All right, let's turn that on, since I don't have very good lighting in here without lights. And what did I do with me? Oh, I know what I did. Okay. Oh, y'all are closer than normal. All right, keyboard. Yay. All right. Not a sponsor, but I do get I do have affiliate link. The coupon, the website's tryskyMD.com. Coupon code's Full Size Life. It's what I will be using for my marathon. I'm hoping they'll reach out to me and send me a bunch of product so I can use it for my marathon and my 100 miler, but training up to them. It's 32 ounces, so I'm adding 2 of them. So this 32 ounces is going to cost me $2 something plus. I think it's actually $2. The Kool-Aid electrolytes I make cost me $1 a gallon. Hey! Stop making nasty noises. Do you want out, Charlotte? You just got in here. Fine, I'll let you out. Charlotte, you want out? All right. Let's let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I did. Or I'm going to. Oh. Okay, let's get the keyboard out of the way again. Because the dogs want. Go say hi to somebody. Not sure who. Watch out, Cody. Come on, let's go. You're whining. You want to go out? Go out. Thank you. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to put carrots in my beef broccoli. What did I do with them? Oh, they're in the door. Like I said, it's going to be the same recipe, just one's got soy sauce. All right. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. I'm a train wreck. I'm a train wreck. All right. Let's get that going. I didn't set up my headphones, so I don't have anything to listen to right now. Okay. Let's see, where's Chrome at? Where's my glasses? So I can see what I'm doing. Oh, they got sweat on them. YouTube Studio Desktop. Yay. Let's go down to, let's find content. Yes. Let's go over to lives. And let's get the control room open. And yes, I am planning on posting the recipe. Pop chat out. The chat out. Yay. Microphone seems to be connected. Oh, all right, here we go. Let's get a workout in. Whoa. But yeah, tryskyMD.com coupon code's Full Size Life. You get 20% off. They got higher level of magnesium and potassium, and they're not a big salt bomb. They have real sugar in them. So yes, there is carbohydrates in it. That's why I'm leaving them for my race. My Kool-Aid electrolyte recipe, which is down below in the recipe section, it has 0 carbs. So that's the reason why I use them during my training. Besides, they're cheap. Yeah, we haven't done much today. Just try to do some cooking. Try to get recipes together for that cookbook. Try to film it, but I know it's a train wreck. And it'll probably take me rest of today to get that one edited down to where it's not a complete mess, if I didn't lose all the recordings. And I might have to do voiceovers for some of it. Not knowing what I actually said, evidently my microphone wasn't working. So, just trying to get steps in now. That's it. Yeah, I got my own Sam's Club membership yesterday. Went to Groupon. Had a $15 for new members. You can't have been a member in the last like 6 months or something like that. And technically, I haven't had a membership in decades. My wife has. Our future ex-wife has. Which, talking about that, still ain't heard from her for a little while. Still haven't heard from the courts. Still don't know what's all going on with it. Besides, I'm just going to let it happen. There's no fighting it. I can't trust her not to hurt me for a third time. So, just going to let it go. Not that I want to. Still care about her, still love her. But she's the boss, she's the issue, not me. Today, yeah, today's today. Just trying to survive today, that's all I'm trying to do. Trying to do little things to improve myself, little things to improve my life. Yes, I probably should figure out how to declutter the kitchen and all that stuff, but so much stuff of hers in this house, like probably 75%, if not more, of the stuff in this house is hers. I mean, if you've seen my office, it's relatively organized for such a small space. Not perfectly organized, relatively. And yeah, I mean, I came to the marriage without anything, pretty much. Very, very, very small amount of stuff. Yeah, I've collected some stuff, but just, yeah. 26 years in the same place, you accumulate stuff. I mean, one of the things that you might have seen off to one side of me, I don't know which side of the camera was on, it looked like it was a stand. It's actually for, I set that up to be able to groom the dogs, to clip the dog's hair. And it works out pretty good. And because they got hair, not fur, so they have to be trimmed. Otherwise, they'll get stickers in their fur and stuff like that, and get lumps and stuff. I don't know. We're just going to try to keep on going. we are going to keep on going and to keep on fighting. I'm going to get those 2 recipes cooked up. I'll solve the majority of it. Portioning it out, it's not very hard. Now, hard parts to me is figuring out approximately carbohydrates and stuff like that. But the meat base of it, the meat, the onions, the bell peppers, the mushrooms. You don't have to have the mushrooms. You don't have to have the carrots. You don't have to have any of it. But essentially what I'm trying to get the point is you don't have to have the potato. You don't have to have the rice. All that stuff was relatively cheap. Bok choy or regular cabbage. If you can handle regular cabbage, they're cheap. Fresh broccoli or frozen broccoli, they're cheap. I like doing frozen broccoli because I can just grab a couple cups worth and stick it in a container and stick it in the microwave and heat it up. Maybe add a little bit of garlic salt or garlic powder because there's enough salt already in that recipe. Mix it up. If you don't have enough soy, add a little bit more soy. But yeah, not a hard recipe to do. I think it tastes good. I hope you would think it tastes good. But if you like Chinese food, American bastardized Chinese food, it's close enough. The beef stew one, essentially, just leave the soy sauce out and the ginger out. And you don't have to do broccoli. I'm probably going to do some of it with bok choy, some of it with broccoli. The beef stew recipe, it'll either be broccoli or green beans or some type of vegetable I have in the freezer. But big thing is I call it Stoplight diet because it's anything that's had blood going through it. That's the red. The yellow, squash, spaghetti squash, bell peppers, green, yellow bell peppers obviously. Cauliflower, I know it looks white, but it's kind of yellow. Mushrooms, things like that. The green, dark greens. Darker the green, usually the better. I try to avoid iceberg lettuce just because that's mostly just water and very little nutritional value out of it. It's good filler. Yellow also would be applying to cheeses. You want to minimize it, but cheeses. What else was there? I had it just in the top of my head. It's like eggs. Eggs, yellow. Yes. Any of these recipes, anything you have, eggs are the perfect, is a perfect add-in. Almost. But you can have eggs, you can have dark green vegetables, have cheeses, you can have but manage the cheese because that's got a lot of calories in it, very calorie dense, and anything that's got blood flowing through it once upon a time. Some other reds, beets, radishes, things like that. Basically, you're trying to stay from the starchy whites, the breads, the pastas, the rices, things like that. We're just getting steps in. Oh, my back's a little bit sore from standing up for such a long time. Slouching over, trying to chop. I'm just going to keep on going. We're going to slowly speed up. I need to be drinking more because, well, I was sweating like a pig in there. Yeah. I don't know if I'll repost this as a live, if I'll keep it as a live up. I don't know how YouTube, I don't know if I can do a voiceover on it. If I can, great. That'll help. Because I went like 10 minutes or something like that without any sound, evidently. Hello. Today is a mess of a day. I tried to do 2 of my recipes for my cookbook coming up. And, well, evidently I forgot to have my sound on. I kept on turning the camera off. I even turned the phone off in the middle of the recording. So now, there are 2 recipes are in a stock pot on low, and the other one is in a crock pot on low, and they're just gonna sit there and get that meat nice and soft, and I'll portion it out later and I'll have my food for the week. But it's low carb, highly dense in vitamins and minerals and nutrition, plenty of protein. We're right now just trying to get some steps in, because just spent an hour and I don't know, in a kitchen with no air conditioning on, sweating up a storm, cooking up my food for next week, or for this week actually, this next week. Yeah, filmed it live. Probably not the smartest thing I did, but it's okay. I'm learning. This whole thing is a learning process for me. I'm sure Casey Nonstead or Onstead or whatever his last name is, I'm sure his first videos were horrible. And if they weren't, good for him. Yeah, I watched Mr. Beast's video from yesterday, the day before, last night. Had 50 YouTubers, old school YouTubers there doing a little contest, and whoever won would get $1 million for their subscribers. The dude, Mr. Beast, crossed over 500 million subscribers. It's like, hey y'all, come here, come closer. Yeah. Can you see me? Yeah. Guess what? There's 8.7 or 8.3 billion people in this world. Don't want to be like everybody else. Like and subscribe down below. Don't want to be like everybody else. Subscribe to my channel. Trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the month. And hopefully 1 million. Or 500 million. Don't want to be like everybody else. I'm so silly. Yeah. Be different. Be brave. Be different. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my story. My weight loss journey. I mean, I used to be over 500 pounds. I'm down below 300 pounds. I'm in the 280s. And got a full marathon in 118 days. Trying to write a cookbook. Trying to film some of the recipes for it. That was a cluster earlier. Yeah, it was a mess. Yeah. Don't be like everybody else. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my story. Don't be like the others. 299 million whatever subscribe people in the world. Yeah. Oh. Not doing my Kool-Aid electrolytes right now. Didn't say I wanted to get out of the kitchen, so I grabbed my Sky MD, which I'm going to use for my marathon. There's a link down below somewhere for them. I love that bottle. Yeah, the little top screws off, but the big orange section also screws off. So you can put your electrolytes, or if you wanted to take your blended fruit juice smoothie, whatever, stuff like that with you. It's designed by a backpacker. And she wanted to be able to get in there, clean it up, obviously. And on top of that, the top connects to a filter. It's the same threading as one of the filters for getting rid of parasites and stuff like that. And two ways you can do it. You can use it to scoop the water up directly and put the filter on it and drink through the filter, or you can use the second container, scoop up the water, fill it into that, and it just makes it easier to clean. And it's very durable. It's somewhat light. I mean, it's not as light as a smart water bottle, but you can't clean a smart water bottle very good. That, you can stick a brush in it really easy. If you got small hands, maybe. I don't have small hands, fortunately for me. But we're just trying to cool off. We're in the kitchen. Still don't have the air conditioning on for the house. I just have it on in here and on in my bedroom when I'm in there. That's it. Turned off the computer last night or yesterday when I wasn't filming and stuff like that. And I had my lowest single electric usage in a day yesterday. So I'm figuring it out. I've got to be able to lower my bills. I mean, the next 3.5 months are going to suck. But yeah, went out to Sam's Club, got my own membership out there. Went to Groupon first, bought their coupon for it, so I paid $15 for that, and went over to Sam's Club and signed up. Membership only cost me $15 because I haven't had to have membership in years, like decades. That was my own. Had a little problem with it because evidently my cell phone number is attached to someone else's stuff. Someone named Raul, and I don't remember Patricia or something like that. And it's like, no, I'm not them. So Sam's Club got that cleared up and I got to sign up. So if you try to use a coupon code from Groupon or stuff like that, and it's giving you problems, call Sam's and see if they can get that cleared up. Because technically, by the terms and conditions type thing, I met qualifications. I hadn't had a membership in the last 6 months with them in my name and my phone number. And the only thing they cared about was the phone number, actually. I thought it was weird when I called Sam's and it said, "Hi, Patricia." On the automated thing, it's like, I'm not Patricia. That was getting frustrating, but I bought some bok choy, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers. I'm making and baby carrots, making a beef stew for one of my recipes, which doesn't have any potato in it, and basically a broccoli and beef and broccoli. And I'll use the bok choy as a filler. I didn't want to put regular cabbage. I wanted to put something a little bit different. And bok choy's got more nutritional value than just regular cabbage. So, yeah, it'll be pretty good sized portions. It'll be probably 4 ounces of meat. I don't know, 3 or 4 ounces of onions and bell peppers, and a couple cups of, actually it's probably like 2 ounces of bell peppers and onions for 1 serving, and whatever vegetable I want to put in there. Bok choy, broccoli, green beans, dark green vegetables. Broccoli and green beans are going to be from frozen. Bok choy isn't. By the way, bok choy is like cabbage, but it's supposed to be peppery. So I'm okay with that. I like my pepper. Oh, but we're just getting miles in. Nothing special, nothing fast. Just keep on going. Still trying to cool off from being in the kitchen. I know, can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, I didn't have the air conditioning on, so it was definitely hot and muggy. If you find my Patreon link down below, it helps me out. It's $5 a month, or you might be able to do a one-time gift. Not 100% sure on that. Looking for sponsors for my races and my weight loss journey. Probably be grassroots funded. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers so I can turn on Rakuten marketing or advertising or whatever it is, and maybe I'll get affiliate link for Hoka, the shoes I wear. But I'm getting there. A little bit here, a little bit there. It'll be drip, 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 drip. Eventually those drips, just like my steps, they'll add up. Yeah, we're just chilling. Not going very fast, not going very hard. Legs are still sore. Not really, really sore. Mainly it's my back bothering me, standing at the kitchen counter for an hour or so, chopping up those recipes, prepping. Definitely not going to be as simple as people who cook on cooking shows, and they got these little bitty containers already pre-portioned and all that. No. No one puts all their stuff in little bitty containers, and I'm not cooking for one meal. I'm cooking for 14 meals all at once or more. When I portion it out, and if there's enough, I'll take some of it and freeze it. So I'll have something a little bit different a couple weeks down the road. I should label them when I put them in the freezer, but I keep on forgetting to do that. So when I pull them out, I'm like, oh, I want something different. I'll just pull out those black plastic pre-portioned containers or meal planning containers, and there'll just be mystery stuffing in them. Stick them in the fridge. When they thaw out, they'll be like, oh, cool. I got that to eat this week, or for this meal. But all going to be low carb recipes, because that's where most of my weight loss came from, was eating low carb, working out, doing steps. Went from steps to jogging a little bit, to a little bit more, to a little bit more. I'm itchy, probably heat. Yeah, gonna go about another 24 minutes, so we'll get an hour in. Now I'll go check the food, see how it does, how it's looking. It's beef round, so it's one of the cheaper meats at the grocery store, which is good because I am not cooking expensive recipes. I want them to be budget friendly. And a big old container of bok choy from Sam's Club. You can use cabbage, doesn't matter. That's cheap. Big old bags of frozen vegetables. That's relatively cheap. Fresh vegetables are cheaper, but I don't have the patience to chop up the vegetables then to freeze them, because they don't last long enough for me, because I don't want to eat a head of broccoli by myself during a week, or 2 heads of broccoli, or a head of cabbage and a head of cauliflower in a week. That's why I freeze a lot of stuff I do. And well, buy frozen vegetables. You don't have to worry so much about it going bad because of, well, rotting. But definitely low carb. Haven't had breakfast yet. Kind of skipped it a little bit. Tried to get some extra sleep. Didn't sleep very well, but slept decently. Yeah, my watch said my body battery started out at like 56. Well, I'm not sleeping well. It's starting out in the 30s or less. Basically, it's how much your body's recovered. When I'm sleeping well, I'm in the mid 80s or higher. So, kind of so-so sleep last night. Mine wouldn't shut off. Kept on thinking about filming and stuff like that. And started watching a TV show on Peacock, Mia, M-I-A. A pretty good show. Kind of dark. Not bad. I mean, I think there's only 1 season of it so far, and I don't know if they continued on or not, but I needed something to watch. Watched a bunch of YouTube videos. So yeah, most of my watch time, if I'm watching, it's YouTube. Hello, there's 2 people in here. Or there's 1 person in here and me. Because I think I still have the tablet on in there. Because someone said I didn't have any sound, and well, they were right. I didn't have any sound for the first part. I'll get better at it. I'll get better at filming, doing the lives, stuff like that. I kept on turning off the screen on the phone because kept on hitting the button on the side. One time I actually shut off the phone in the middle of the live, which was really convenient. But evidently it started back up. I don't know if it's recorded properly or not, but when I got it turned back on and got back into YouTube, it said I was live. I can see it over there, so yay. Plans for this week. Did the cooking. I may try to film my breakfast scramble tomorrow morning. Not sure, 100% sure. But I got to work early all week. Probably gonna work late all week. Boss is on vacation. I do support. I'm not the boss, but they trust me. I don't want to be the boss because I do sales. I make more money doing sales than my boss does, unfortunately. When I actually have things I can sell or people I can sell to. So we're doing okay. We're going to survive. Coming up on my 26th wedding anniversary, and I still haven't got the divorce finalized yet. And I don't even think it's going to get finalized anytime soon. Because we got to figure out who gets what. I think she's already, I believe she's fine with me keeping the house and my car. And she's got a massive stock bonus. I'm fine with her keeping that. So that'd be about even. Because the house in the condition it is in, cash value is not very high. So, think we're fine on that. As far as the rest of it, I don't know. There's artwork. And if you don't see it, I already told her I want all the artwork that's in my office in the 2 pieces next to my bed. Most of this stuff's not even original. They're prints or numbered pieces. They're from a cruise ship auction. So the only one that's original in here is the one over here. It's a big old castle. It's not that castle. It's bigger. But those 2 are the same artist. That one's one of a kind. Said he wasn't going to make any more of them. So other than that, I don't know. As far as like other stuff, she gets to keep her jewelry. The windows still need to get paid off. A home improvement loan, there's only like $2,200 left on it. That needs to get paid off. Artwork, I don't know how much is owed on it. It's all of it's in her name. Majority of it, I didn't even say I wanted, unless it was dirt cheap. And honestly, I'm gonna get screwed on this. I know it already. Just because I make 1/3 the amount of money she does. And
lap 2, 1959.
Lap 2.
Heart rate
2 miles.
1.
Yay. Supposedly. It says 1.1 miles. We're not going very fast at all. Yeah, with the stuff to keep the house running and my medical insurance, my work benefits that I'll have to pay for on my own, just those alone is half of one of my paychecks. I only get paid twice a month. So a quarter of my wages are going to go towards insurances. Dental, eye, medical, and accidental. Because I do stupid stuff. Like go out and hiking on trails and exercising and but we're gonna have to pause. I think my stomach is finally going to do something. So love you, Full Size Life family. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. I will start working on cleaning up the video for the recipe part. Try to break it off from the workout part. But I don't know how that's going to work out. But if I don't try, I don't get anything done. So I tried. And we're going to keep on trying. So talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, come on. There. Crazy. I couldn't figure out how to get the thing to shut off. Oh. Oh.